Okay, so what kind of situation do we have at the moment on NZD USD? Now, this is a very interesting pair to follow for the week. So let's start and speak immediately why. Now, from a weekly perspective, what we can immediately realize is that the market has approached a very important level of previous support. In fact, the market from here started all of this move to the upside again, respected this level as support, and all this support is now turned resistance at this area. So, previous support turned resistance exactly here. Now, if you want to measure a retracement in the market, because as you can clearly see, the market has created a strong impulse to the downside. And after the impulse, the market started a retracement. And if you want to measure this retracement, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse. And what we can see if we do this is that the market has just now tested the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement taken on the impulse, which is the Fibonacci level that is lining up the best with structure. So creating a confluence of resistance at this zone, which the market is definitely supposed to reject. And in fact, it has already started to reject it to the downside. Going down on the daily time frame, what kind of situation we have? Now on the daily, we have more or less the same situation. We have previous support and resistance from a daily perspective, which is exactly same structure that we have already seen on the weekly. Now, if we want to look at the moves that the market did, from here the market went up, retracement, broke the level to the upside. What does this mean? It means that currently we have very strong previous resistance. There was resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Now turns supported this area from a daily perspective, and in fact, the market has already respected it. Now, until we will see a clear break back below this zone, we can't be looking for any shorts because we wouldn't have a good risk to reward and we wouldn't have good probabilities. Let's go and see what we have from a COT perspective. So, commitment of traders. What hedge funds are doing in the market? How are they positioned at the moment on a NZD USD? Let's go and check what we have. Now, if we check the COT data for the NZD, we are actually checking NZD USD, which is exactly what we are interested in because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if you check the NZD, you're actually checking NZD USD. Now, what we can see is that overall we are sitting at a minus 15k net positions from the 2k positive net positions that we had here, meaning that we went from having more longs than shorts to having more shorts than longs on the NZD USD from an institutional perspective. Therefore, we can expect some NZD weakness. In fact, at the moment we're sitting at minus 27k shorts and plus a 12k long positions. Going back to the chart, what situation we have? Now here on a NZD USD from a daily point of view, we already know how we will be approaching NZD with USD with students because the situation is very simple. On the weekly, we have resistance. We want to see the move to the downside. On the daily, we have support. So when will these two time frames be in alignment? If we will see from a daily perspective a break back below the structure. So a break back below this previous support that will be then turned resistance to the downside. So if the market will manage to break back below the structure, this previous support will be turned resistance. We will have the possibility to create this inverted head and shoulders, go for a clear retest of structure, complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside, and complete the impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside that we have from our weekly perspective as we have already seen. So with students, if the market will manage to break below this area, on the retest, we will be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market provides to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside. On the other side, if the market will continue to respect this area as support and not break it to the downside, then we will have the market that will continue higher and we will have to adapt to the new market structure. But as usual, trading is reactive, not predictive. So if the market will break to the downside, then this pair will definitely become interesting. First target to the downside will be this support level here, but we definitely have the possibility to go lower. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.